We are in Long Beach, taking the Catalina Express to Catalina Island. It's my father-in-law John's 70th birthday. I'm excited to hang out and get some family time and rest and relaxation. And a little bit of work probably. Just got to our place in Catalina. Catalina is a small little island off of the coast of California. Technically LA County, I believe. There's not a whole lot here. There's like hardly any cars, mainly golf carts. There's no like rules for car seats, which is weird. But I'm pretty pumped. We've got a great view.
Get a little closer, let go. Cut open my sternum and pull.
Mom, how many steps are there to our place?
400.
123 steps down to town.
We have to find a chicken that lays 2 dozen eggs.
Crowns over you. Get a little closer, let go. Cut open my sternum and pull. My little ribs around you. The lungs of me be under you. I'll cut this off.
I'm making another 70. I'll probably have to
Smiling contest.
There is no comment.
1, 2, 3. Poppy.
Are you gonna pretend to float out?
Happy birthday.
Oh yeah. Okay, there you go.
Wow, 70 candles. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Pockets let bleed over the rocky cliffs that you lead to peer over and not forget what feet are splitting threads of thunder over me. Listen closely, closely to the floor, emitting all its graces through the pores. You make a fine shrine in me. You build a fine shrine in me.
Okay, you want me with you, Erica, or?
You look like a hippie.
Who? Brian?
Pockets let bleed over the rocky cliffs that you lead to peer over and not forget what feet are splitting threads of thunder over me.
In honor of your 70 years.
That's what I made.
Committed champion.
I made all of those and Mom's made that.
Thank you. I'm trustworthy.
We each chose words that we thought were
Mommy
representative
did.
of who you
She
were.
did.
So it's not a complete.
We struggled.
It's not complete.
Parrot heads, man.
Well, if you flip it over, those words are.
My chest and sink into the edges round you, into the legs of quarries that break on all the edges round you, round you, round you.
So it's 5:30. I woke up about an hour ago with the baby. It was a rough night. Headed back home today from Catalina. But got still quite a bit of work to do, so I've got to crunch it out this morning.
Get a little closer, let go. Cut open my sternum and pull my little ribs around you. The lungs of baby crowns
It's Monday morning. It's pretty cold, and we're headed back home. I was gonna make Erica do this part, but she didn't want to be on camera.
Pockets let bleed over the rocky cliffs that you lead to peer over and not forget what feet are splitting threads of thunder over me. Listen closely, closely to the floor, emitting all its graces through the pores. You make a fine shrine in me. You build a fine shrine in me.
So on the way home on the boat yesterday, I was kind of reflecting on what I was going to edit for this vlog and how I was going to communicate this weekend, and I was conflicted. A lot of bloggers in the past have talked about being fake and trying to propose a certain level of positivity or false happiness in their videos, and that hasn't never really resonated with me because I am pretty transparent and pretty honest with my thoughts and feelings and the things going on in my life, as you've seen in past videos if you haven't. I enjoy being transparent, but there were so many fun things and so many cool things that I documented this weekend that you just saw. But as I'm processing it now and making this video, I want to talk about a couple things that you won't see in the video that I experienced and have been on my mind that I've been introspectively thinking about. Point number one. When I was back in Hawaii a couple months ago, I talked about unlimited vacation.
As you can tell, I am in Maui, and I am on vacation. Come on, dude. Being that I'm on vacation, I figure why not talk about vacation?
And the benefit that that is to employees to be able to be responsible, take vacations and time off as they need it. This is my wife asking how I'm doing. Got into the office today at 4:30 to get a bunch of work done because I leave for Creative South tomorrow. I'm gonna get into that in a second. Vacation. I was talking about how awesome it is for employees to be able to take the responsibility, take the time they need, and how there's a responsibility there and a freedom. Netflix did it, other companies do, and currently at Design Inc. there's no vacation policy. I still think that's a great thing, but this last trip was kind of the opposite of my Hawaii trip. So we're going through a lot of releases and a lot of things that we're trying to improve at Design Inc. And so there's a lot of movement, a lot of discussion, a lot of iteration. I left for Catalina on a Thursday during the day and came back Monday in the afternoon. Preferably I would have left on Friday sometime and come home Sunday night, but the schedule didn't work out. Meaning which I was traveling basically all day Thursday and traveling all day Monday. There were like half days in there where I was working from home or wherever I was at, but nevertheless I wasn't like a full day of work. That being said, Friday in Catalina, I worked most of the day from Catalina. I was in Slack, on chat, getting things done. Once I realized I was coming home on a Monday, I knew that I wasn't going to be getting a lot of work done. So most of Sunday and some of Monday morning, I woke up at like 4 on Monday morning as well, I was getting a lot of work done as well. I had 2 days that were out of office days, which made me have to work on my weekend. So essentially I didn't take a vacation to Catalina. I didn't really I have Saturday, we did the Jeep thing and that was fun. There was such an amount of stress and expectation, not even expectation because none of this was put on by Mark or Bjorn or anyone here in leadership. This was my own personal guilt and owning up to my team and knowing that I'm taking time off and out of the office to go spend time with my family while they're working. In that same moment, I know that they have a lot of things they need from me and progress that I need to make for the whole team to be successful. And so it was just for me it was a very material moment when I realized the responsibility part of that freedom. I took the freedom to leave on a Thursday and come back on Monday. Never had a problem with the bosses asking about it, anyone questioning it, but the responsibility of what that meant was very material for me. I didn't sleep very well. My kids were kind of cranky. I had to do some work. There was a lot of travel involved. So it was actually a pretty hectic and not very relaxing vacation. It was worth it because we got to celebrate my awesome father-in-law's 70th birthday. We did get to spend a lot of quality time with family. Got to have a lot of great wine and dinners. Catalina was beautiful. Don't regret the trip at all. Reflecting on the blunt reality of responsibility, not only as a designer, but as a father. That's going to bring me to my second point. This is something that's probably pretty unpopular to say, but I'm going to say it because I'm being honest. Parenting is really freaking hard. My three boys are probably one of the biggest things that bring me joy in my life. There's such a stark contrast between the joy and the beauty of seeing them grow up and the responsibility of being their father and parent. And doing that with my wife, there's so much joy in that you can't really get from anything else. It's hard to explain if you're not in the current role. With that dramatic side of a spectrum of joy, there's the equal dramatic spectrum of self-sacrifice and giving and selflessness and responsibility that is something that's hard to deal with, or that I should say it's something I've been having a hard time dealing with. Not in the sense that I regret or I can't handle the responsibility, but I've been finding myself very bitter, and not to the sense that it's like resentful, but when you do so much for your kids, and then you also have to do all the regular things an adult has to do. When I see people that don't have those responsibilities or haven't taken that choice or those paths in life, I find myself either putting myself on a pedestal and be like, you think you're tired? Boy, I'm tired. Like, you're soft. Which is one, a shitty attitude. Or two, I fantasize and I think of the grass on the other side and think how much better would it be if I just could have slept through the night and didn't have to wake up for my kid. I'm only saying this because, one, I want to be honest with you, and I show all the beautiful moments with my kids and how awesome they are. There's a lot of grim realities and a lot of difficult parts of parenting that most people don't show. I probably won't show all of them in the vlog, but the reality is they're there, and I don't think people talk about it enough. And this is obviously broader than just parenting. Anything that's high stress, whether it's entrepreneurship and starting a startup, being a parent, taking care of any other person that's dependent on you, be it a grandparent, someone with special needs, regardless of what it is, there's moments in life where you have to give of yourself and be selfless. And doing that alone or doing that in isolation, I feel like is potentially destructive. I've talked through this with my wife, and I think you need other parents or other friends that are going through the same things that you are. So all that being said, I'm trying to lean into being more positive, really owning what I do for my family and do for my kids and who I am as a father and a dad, owning that with pride and happiness, not from a stance of looking down, but as like, this is who I am and I'm glad to do it, and acknowledging the true joy and value that it gives, not focusing on the negative. In general, I tend to be very optimistic. I assume the best. I'm not a very paranoid or worried person, but when it comes to a lot of my own introspection or how I see the world, and like very small micro personal things, I can be very negative, very judgmental. And I'm trying to work on that because it doesn't bring me to a good place. And I just found myself not enjoying most of the good times of the weekend because I was focusing on the bad things and the stuff that I had to do as an adult. So it's really like putting my big boy pants on, not being so soft. Once again, just trying to be honest and be transparent with you guys here. Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I'm flying out to Creative South with Mark. We're doing a talk. We're doing a live recording of the Undo Show. I'm assisting Mark with a portfolio review. So 4 or 5 days in Georgia. Really excited about it. Lots of designers and people that I want to meet that are going to be there. There's lots of work to be done. Lots of videos to be edited, so I'm going to sign off and say thank you for watching. So if you don't subscribe to the channel, one, I encourage you to. Two, I have a separate playlist where I've been posting a lot of design tutorials and parts of my workflow and day-to-day life as a designer. So if you are a designer, an aspiring designer, or someone who's just genuinely curious about what I do for a living, and it gets very nerdy, so I don't understand why you would. But posting things there, also some resources to download, and then a lot of that content will be summarized in a Medium post at some point. If you're interested in any of that, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, I post all my updates there. Got lots of ideas for future content, so watch me there and I'll be updating you guys. Got lots to do, so I'm gonna get back to it. Thanks for watching. Until next week, thanks for watching. Stay positive and get after it.